Here, head coach Anna Nimz, an 82-81 last-second win against UNO on senior night. And coach, there's already emotions when it's senior day, senior night, whatever time of day it is. And then to have that kind of game, how long is it going to take you to emotionally recover from everything that happened the last 2.5 or 3 hours?
You know, I really can't put a word on it. I'm such a hyper-emotional person anyways. You know, I tell recruits that all the time. I just live at full tilt, and I think I'm so emotional and actually calm. I mean, proud is an understatement. Resilient is an understatement. But today had so much meaning, aside from basketball, and for these girls to come out and get this game done, for what today means with Fort Cancer, for these seniors and play their tails off, see big kids make big plays down the stretch. It's just, I'm proud of them. I'm happy for the program, but I'm proud of that group of girls right there.
I know it wasn't a senior that hit the game-winning shot, but without the play of CP, without the play of Kelsey Thaxton, you're not in position for Alicia White to beat the buzzer.
Absolutely, you know, we can play it back. We can play it back to halftime when we went in. Then, you know, Candace Paramore typically is pretty much money from that corner three. Got a lot of opportunities. I think we went into halftime with her having two. Thankfully, Sharna was hitting. Challenge them. You know, we can't just have one person scoring. And people stepped up. You know, people stepped up. They contributed. I believe Candace ended with 26. You know. At the Lamar game, Jelly was able to break someone down and play it to the rim, but this time she broke someone down and played it out to Kelsey. So Kelsey doesn't get that big time foul, you know, without Giselle having the poise and awareness to get that. You know, Lily doesn't get hers without Sharna being able to make a great pocket pass right to her, you know, and playing calm, not just chunking it in there. Just collectively, you know, our fives, we got killed against UNO in the 5 game in the last time we played them, and I thought our 5, you know, I thought they played tremendous. I think anybody, you know, 1 through 14, you know, I think it took everybody, our bench, our staff, the fans, the band, everybody brought it today. Like I said, I'm so emotional, I'm calm.
Well, Joe had some big buckets. You kind of mentioned that. Jasmine had a, you know, CP, when you're down 3, she hits Jazz, and poise, you mentioned poise in there, but being able to do that, probably easier at home when you have the fans behind you, but to hold that poise late in overtime, late in regulation.
100%. And what was really nice to see, you know, sometimes we get away from our offense, and, you know, that play where CP took, she was heart attack, dished, you know, hit Jazz right there, right in the pocket. On the weak side, Jazz makes a big play for us. Joe got hot, had the confidence to take some really long twos, but try to extend people out of the paint. Yeah, you know, I think I just got a little sidetracked from what you actually asked, but big kids made big plays down the stretch, and they showed poise. But what was really nice to see is when every opportunity we had time to draw something up, they asked the right questions, they were engaged, they went out and executed it. And we always challenge them, let us lose games in this situation. Whatever we put on that darn board, let us lose it. And they executed, and obviously, you know, it wasn't right at the top of the rim like we had drawn up, but they didn't give up just because they weren't open in that spot. And I think that's a testament to their growth. And we saw lots of room to grow. But I think little by little, I think this group's really starting to figure things out.
You're hyper emotional. So during that long drawn out replay, I mean, 0.4 of a second is a finger snap. The replay review took
forever.
It was agonizing, I think, just for everyone involved.
It was, and you know, we Coach A and I watch a lot of basketball, and we're always watching the clock, and we know that if you have 0.4, you know what you can do. If you have 0.5, if you can get the dribble off. If you have 0.3, you know, and just really kind of going down that. And so when that ball went in and everybody rushed the floor, my immediate reaction is everybody get off the floor, because you knew that thing was going to review. And truthfully, I didn't watch anybody except for RAD. I watched Kevin Bastian, who was standing right behind, who was also watching, and every single time I saw his hand do this, my heart was a little more relieved, and then a little more relieved. So I was watching Kevin's body language, and I felt like that kind of told me the story well before the officials told me the story. So super cool way to end the game. I think it's one of the biggest wins, you know, for us. I know it's going to be one of Lily's biggest wins of her entire career. So just wow, super cool, super thankful to the fans here. You know, if I can end on anything, I was super proud of our players. Aside from basketball is such a small part of our life. It feels all-encompassing all the time, but it's actually a very small part. Challenge the girls before the game to make a donation, a personal donation. It's easy to get shirts and pink socks and honor it, but when you put your money where your mouth is, it's a little bit different. And they took ownership, and before we ever started the game, just the women's basketball team and staff raised over $1,000. And so not only are they great human beings, they're great student athletes, and they came away with a big win for the seniors. So very, very happy. Thank you to everybody. Forkum Demons.